Hello everyone and welcome to Unlucky Day number 13 here of the Bloodsport tournament. 4 more second round matches here in the men's bracket, including names such as... where are they? I've lost it. Bobby Lashley versus Alberto Del Rio. And here we go then, the opening match of the evening kicks off, and we have got Bobby Lashley, who defeated Masahiro Chono in round number 1, and Alberto Del Rio, who surprisingly got past The Undertaker, which I must admit, we've had a few surprises so far in this tournament. For me, Del Rio taking out The Undertaker has to be the biggest surprise as of yet, and I mean, if he can continue this reign of surprises, you never know, he might make his way through to the quarter-finals to face off against the winner of our second match of the evening, which will be Conor McGregor going up against Tank Abbott. Well, I must admit, I'm sort of hoping Lashley gets the win here. I feel like we've already lost a few big names. I mean, Undertaker being gone. We've lost Brock Lesnar now as well. Samoa Joe's gone. There's some big names who I expect to do really well in this tournament who have been knocked out already. And I mean, it's not just them. I mean, this is not just this tournament is the only thing. I've said this before, this is going to be an ongoing championship and match type we will stick with in this universe mode. So whoever wins this tournament will be given the Bloodsport Championship, the male and the female ones, and then they will be expected to defend that just as a standard championship belt like any other. But of course, they can only defend inside this match type. And of course, we will be also adding others as we go along. We've got the Pure Championship still to do as well, which will be interesting. Those are the matches where it's all submission based. The only way to win is by submission. Ring outs are frowned upon. There's a 5 count on the outside. Lashley now bringing Del Rio back up, and I think Lashley's actually been busted open between the eyes there. Del Rio now taking Lashley down. And now locking him into the head scissors. Lashley now with a big knee in the gut of Del Rio. Del Rio able to avoid the next strike before throwing Lashley straight into the cage wall, which is not an ideal position at all for Lashley. And Del Rio working over that arm. Del Rio has really been a surprise package in this tournament so far. I really thought he was going to be someone who was going to be walked all over, especially in the first round by The Undertaker, but not only defeating The Undertaker, but also putting a very good challenge in here against Lashley, but he did get thrown face first into the mat there as Lashley tries to bring Del Rio back up, but Del Rio once again back in control with those strikes. That slap by Lashley. Lashley with Del Rio up on the shoulder once again, drops him neck first across the top. Del Rio now taking down Lashley. But Lashley's back in with a dragon screw. Del Rio now gets caught by Lashley, but starts to swing back. Can he get control? He's in with a DDT. But Del Rio's just back. He's just he's doing incredibly well here, Del Rio. He really has been a surprise package for me. And I mean, even if he does lose here now to Bobby Lashley, which I'm still hoping will be the case, I think he still has had a very, very good run. As Del Rio now taking Lashley down. Straddle in the back. And there's that cross armbar. We know how much he likes to utilize that. I don't think it's his normal one, which is probably why Lashley was able to roll it through so easily. Nice uppercut. And this is the one that he likes to utilize, that rolling cross armbar. But Lashley just about holding on for dear life here. Both guys back up to their feet now. As Del Rio once again sending Lashley into the cage wall. And that's the one advantage that Del Rio seems to be using here. He's actually using the environment to his advantage, which I'm not sure if that's the most useful thing to do or not. But I'd say it's working for him at this point. Del Rio now with a belly-to-belly slam. But Lashley now taking Del Rio back up. Del Rio fighting back with a boot in the gut. Now the kicks across the leg and a strike across the chest. There's all sorts going on. Lashley has Del Rio up. Slammed into the cage wall. Now finally Lashley using the cage to his advantage. And now Lashley going for a cross armbar of his own. And Del Rio taps from the cross armbar. And Bobby Lashley moves through to the quarterfinals. But like I said, it has been an impressive performance from Del Rio, to be honest with you. Lashley was on -2, going to move up to -1. And Del Rio was on -2, going to drop down to -3. So there we go. This tournament's doing pretty well for someone like Bobby Lashley. With those 2 wins out of 2 so far, he's gone from -3 up to -1. Really trying to move himself up the rankings. And who knows, another win in the next round, he could do it. We said this in round number 1. I don't know why I'm pointing still. You can't see my hands, can you? Is this model of Bobby... What? This model of Bobby Lashley looks like he's got an absolutely mangled ear. Is that true to life? And it looks like he's got a big cut on his left cheek as well. Is that true to life, or I've not seen that before? But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Let's go to round number 2, or match number 2. Let's just do something. And here we go then, match number 2. Conor McGregor going up against Tank Abbott. Now in round number 1, Conor McGregor was able to get past Cain Velasquez, whereas Tank Abbott defeated Dan the Beast 7. So I mean, both defeated people who are much more experienced in a wrestling ring than them. And it'll be interesting to see who does come out of this one on top. I mean, for me, I would say at this point, McGregor should be the favourite. I think Tank Abbott obviously has more wrestling experience than McGregor with his WCW run. But I think maybe McGregor does have the advantage with more of the mixed style, whereas Tank Abbott is more of a boxer, I suppose. And I think that's where it's going to become an issue for some of the people we have in this tournament who are boxers. Yeah, they're very limited by their styles. They've trained just to do one sort of thing, whereas in mixed martial arts or wrestling, you train to utilize all of your body and to take down all the parts of your opponent's body. Tank Abbott now with McGregor up on the shoulder. Drops him face first across the top. Tank Abbott now looking to take... Nope. McGregor catching the leg in with a suplex of his own. McGregor now gets caught with a jawbreaker. Tank now in with the fallaway slam. And rolling through McGregor. McGregor with those big strikes and big super kick as well. McGregor now wrenching away at the arm. McGregor with the strikes, taking Tank Abbott down, in with a sling blade as well. Another big boot into the side of their head. There's now McGregor up top, dropping the elbow into the spine. Tank Abbott now wrenching away at the neck. And it has, been a sort of back and forth sort of match at this point in time. Again, not what I was expecting. I was expecting maybe a little bit more cut and dry. I felt like coming into this, I didn't say much at the beginning. I sort of said it was going to be even-ish, but I was leaning more towards the victory from Conor McGregor, to be honest with you. As the elbow in the gut. But now we've used Conor McGregor. Like I said, this match type will be sticking around. These sort of matches can take place in the future. Or we could see Conor McGregor in a standard match. If you want to see Conor McGregor go up against, I don't know, Brock Lesnar, let's go for it. McGregor, looking for that kick. He does get the big kick in the side of the head, though, afterwards. Boot into the back. And McGregor is taking more control. And now Tank wrenching back at the neck. Oh, what a boot right in the back of the thigh there. Very, very painful. Nice sling blade once again by Maguire. I've forgotten his name. McGregor. It's written on his trunks. How am I forgetting that? Wow, what a way to knock him out. That drop kick was insane. He just booted him out of the camera angle. It was like a proper Tekken thing, that was. But there we go. Conor McGregor gets the win, and Conor McGregor will take on Bobby Lashley in one of our quarterfinals. That drop kick was insane. That was really good. Right, Conor McGregor. Right, Conor McGregor. There we go. He now moves up to +1 after 3 matches, whereas Tank Abbott is going to move down to 0 overall after 2 matches. But let's move on. And here we go, match number 3 of the evening then. We have got... Where's my sheet gun? There it is. We have got Iron Mike Tyson, who defeated Floyd Mayweather in round number 1, going up against Erik from the Viking Raiders, who defeated Tyson Fury. So Erik's taken down one Tyson, now looking to do the next as well. However, as Muhammad suggested, potentially that wasn't the real Tyson Fury that actually turned up, was it? I mean, he was didn't really look like him very much, and he was a lot shorter than what he should have been as well. So, you know, we could have had an intruder there. Maybe the real Tyson Fury at some point would like to turn up to showcase himself a little bit more. I'm surprised he's not got a better core, to be honest. Unless he has, I just run out of logo space. This is the thing that's worrying me now. Have I run out of logo spaces and not realised? And I'm not getting face scans, because that could be the potential why I'm downloading some of these cores thinking they're okay, and then all of a sudden they're terrible. Erik throwing Mike Tyson into the ring, and this is going to be another interesting one. Imagine Imagine the fact that Erik has got a lot more experience inside the ring. He's a lot younger than Mike Tyson. He's dressed to wrestle rather than... I mean, Mike Tyson's wearing big chunky gold rings, which, as I said in the previous match that we saw Mike Tyson in, I mean, if he hits somebody with them after drinking a mega pint, he can cause some serious damage. That's some serious damage. Tyson now wrenching back at the neck, but Erik able to break it free. There's the big strikes and a spinning kick. And now Mike Tyson stalking the grounded Erik, and there's the... Oh, no. There's the boot in the chest and straight up into the 2 boots into the neck. And a big knee strike as well. Tyson now up on the corner, and a big double foot stomp. Oh my god. What a strike that was by Tyson, but the match still continues on, and Tyson now springs off the ropes with a big strike as well. Big boot in the spine once again. And Erik now in with a dragon screw. What a big slam there by Erik. It's really back and forth here. Again, it's not quite what I expected. I thought that Mike Tyson... Again, I think the longer this match goes, the more it's going to favour Erik. Because Mike Tyson, if he can just hit that one big strike, that might just do the trick. Look at that knee in the face. Who saw that coming from Mike Tyson? As Tyson now locking in that submission hold on Erik, who again surprised a lot of people just by making it through to this stage, and he's just tapped out. He has just tapped out. Mike Tyson moves through to the quarterfinals of the tournament, knocking out Erik of the Viking Raiders. Mike Tyson, not Tyson T-Bone, not Tyson Kidd, not Tyson Fury, not Tyson Ducks, but Tyson... Oh. Well, Mike Tyson, there he is. Gets a second victory. It means it's 2 out of 2 wins for him. Whereas Erik, who's not called Erik on our sheet, as he's called Rowe, drops down to +1. Right, it's time to move on to our main event. And here we go, then, the main event of the episode. We have got Bart Gunn going up against Antonio Inoki. Bart Gunn got here by defeating Don Fry in round number 1, whereas Antonio Inoki defeated CM Punk. And both here will be hoping, of course, to move on to those semi-finals and take on Iron Mike Tyson. Which does sound like a horrible job to do, isn't it? What do you do for a living? I iron Mike Tyson. He's a very wrinkly man. So Bart Gunn, of course, the real winner of the original Brawl for All in WWE, which is sort of what we've stolen here, the concept for. My internet's gone off, so I can't check rankings or anything at the moment. Inoki now gets taken up by Bart Gunn. No, I think Bart was looking for a fallaway slam, but Inoki was able to manage to jump through it almost. Inoki now dropping the knee into the arm of Bart Gunn. And now Inoki taking Bart up, looking for a butterfly, but Bart Gunn able to fight free and with a big clothesline. And there's Bart Gunn with the strikes in the face. And Bart Gunn's dominating this one. Weren't quite expecting this much domination, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was going to be this much, to be honest, but nice forearm into the spine. Another one as well. Boot in the gut, big chops. Oh, it looks like I've got my internet back. Have I? Yep, the football's just come back on. Right. I have my internet back. Yay. Right, so. Bart Gunn currently sits on +1 in the rankings after just one match. It's the only match he's had, I think. Yeah, Bart Gunn only had one match so far. He's on +1. Antonio Inoki has so far wrestled 3 matches. He currently sits on +1 after those 3 matches. Inoki now on the back, in with that belly to back slam. That's a reverse battle royal. Anyone know what reverse battle royal is? Do you have to throw your opponent in the ring to knock them out? Is that base? Okay. Reverse battle royal. That sounds like a bizarre one, doesn't it? Either way, Inoki now in control. Big fall away slam and bridges for the pin. Beautiful maneuver. Not many people do that sort of stuff, do they? Inoki once again. What was I trying to say there? Pulling back at the arm. I'll stick with that because what I started saying didn't sound right and I couldn't figure out what I was trying to say. Anyway, my brain and my mouth just stopped working together there for just a second. They decided they were going to go their own separate ways. Bart Gunn now sending Inoki into the corner. And locks him up into the tree of woe. And Bart Gunn now with those knees right into the chest. Playing it very, very smartly here. Those strikes right into the face again. And Bart Gunn in with a big cutter. And now up on the shoulders, Bart Gunn looking for the eye of the storm. Launching Inoki across, but the referee decides it's not enough to call the match off. It continues on. And Inoki now sending Bart Gunn face first into the corner. Inoki taking Gunn down, and Antonio Inoki taking more and more control of this one. In with a big vertical suplex. And now Bart Gunn pulling back at the face of the grounded Inoki. He's in full control here now. But does he have enough to finish things off? Antonio Inoki gets the win. There we go. Big, big victory for Inoki. He moves through, eliminating Bart Gunn. I'm happy about that, to be honest. I think Inoki is someone who's been greatly undervalued in our Universe mode so far. That puts him up to +2 in the rankings. And moves him through to face Iron Mike Tyson in the next round. Whereas Bart Gunn drops down to 0. 1 win, 1 loss for him. Alright, there we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Of course, if you have, hit the like button, subscribe, all the other good stuff. And I'll see you again tomorrow for the remainder of our second round matches. Then Friday and Saturday, we will have... On Friday, we got the first half of the men's quarters. On Saturday, we'll have the second half of the men's quarters and the women's quarters. And then on Sunday, we'll start things off early in the day with the men and women's semi-finals before finishing it off on Sunday evening with the men's and women's finals and a couple of exhibition matches just to keep us all entertained as well. So there we go. Love you, leave you, good night, God bless. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.